What's the deal? What's going on, everybody? My bad. You should know by now. You should know by now to keep the music down. The eardrums might be bleeding. Wow, we're back. We barely skipped a beat. Hold on, let me get these fucking candles out the way. You go here. 4-hour candle goes here. We are live. What up, Green? What's the deal? Mods in the house, full force. Kieran's in here. What's going on? Green's in here. Kay's on vacation. Probably eating some egg rolls. Yeah. Nice. Filling up. All right, chat. Drop a like. We're going to start the breakdown here, right? And if you're new here, sub to the channel. 11K subs hit, right? On our way to 100K. Gonna be a quick road. Quick ride. Strap in, guys. Strap in for the next couple of years. All right. Daily closed bullish. Also closed bullish above this resistance. Above this level, 2020.694. Not really a resistance, never established, just a level there. All right. So we will look for a bullish move to fill the daily wick and head up to 2050, maybe even retest all-time highs. Be dope if gold can retest all-time highs and our peak viewers can retest all-time highs. That'd be fire. We could do that all in one stream. All right, 4-hour closed bearish here, right? It didn't break the previous 4-hour. Might be creating a bottom wick for the daily. Let's see. So the hourly's holding support. Ideally, I'd want to see us re-break all the highs to continue heading up here. And the reason why I want to break all these highs up here, from looking at the charts, is I know we got a bullish day, but we have closed bearish on this 4-hour at this resistance. So ideally, I'd want us to close above this area here, right? Like that. If we can get that kind of closure in order to continue driving up. Otherwise, we're buying into a previous bearish 4-hour, right? Unless by 9 p.m. here in about 50 minutes, this current candle, this current bearish 4-hour closes bull. Then if it closes bull above 2022.543, we can start thinking about taking buys before breaking this 4-hour high here. Now, let's zoom in, see where we really can take advantage of the buys. Anyone else take these sells after the stream today? These were great sells. We had some late positions after New York session. Here's the deal, gang. We can take, right now I have buys above here. Right? At the moment, this is where we have buys above. We need a closure above that area. We can take buys before we reach 2026.407. And like I said, the stipulation for that is for us to close bullish on this current hourly candle by 9 p.m. Close strongly bullish on this current hourly candle. Ideally, even breaking the previous hourly high. And if that doesn't happen, I highly doubt we're going to get the buys today, even though they're likely to happen sometime throughout the day. I don't think we're going to get it in this session if this hourly doesn't start driving up here. Now, where can we get some sells here? Okay. So this is great. So this is a good level. If you guys notice, every time we close below this area, we tend to drive down. Maybe our range 2 breakout. Close below, drove down, below, down, close below, down, respected, close below, drove down, closed below, faked out, drove down. So we tend to drive to this area at least, right? In this example. And that happens to be almost 40 pips, about 40 pips. And that's our advantage point here on the 5. Now let's get rid of this. Come back a little sooner. And same thing. You can see every time we close below this area right there, drove down, faked out, closed below, drove down, respected, drove down. So in this case, this is our common denominator here. That's how much range we have. And in this case, it's over 30, right? So at least 30 to 40 pips of range once we close below here, as you know, as shown by the market historically, previously. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna wait for. And the only way we can take a trade in this entire area is if we get, let's say, bounce off this area, drive up, right? We get these drives up. Goes up. At this point, we have now cleared out every order. If this market does that was in here. It already drove down once, and at this point it'll drive up twice. That's it. All these orders have now been cleared out. Clean range, and at this point we will wait for a pullback. It'll create a 5-minute range on the smaller time frame. On a higher time frame, it'll just be a bottom wick on the hourly or the 30. And you get this pullback, right? And then we can now trade this range as this freaking thing closes like this, right, above this area, and actually even better above this area. So we'd have to, let's say, close it like back bullish above here, goes like this, then you're good to go. This is how you'll trade this range. So at that point, this will be your tradable area for this entire range. All right, but until then, it looks like this. I'll trade in here, trade, right? And this is a possibility right here. If we pull up like you just drew. What's the deal, Dollar? Appreciate the 50. The 50. Thank you for joining us. Shit, my bad, waiting room. You guys type something in the YouTube chat if you're waiting to get into the Zoom, because when I'm doing a break, it's on a different screen for me, so I don't see it. So just remind me on the YouTube chat, because that's on a separate screen and I can see that. Can you share your settings you have for your chart, like the colors? I mean, sure, it's irrelevant. So here, I'll do it quickly, and then if anything, you can rewind and pause the stream. All right, do it. Heyo. Swing smart. Hello, Poland. How are you? Wait, my phone ringing. Oh, I got like 8 missed calls. They're gonna have to wait. Retractment. Range. Rang. Hold on. What you smoking on today? Peace pipe. If we get sells tonight, will you wait for top wick at 2020? It depends how we get sells. So you see, once we close below 2018.575 in the hourly, look on the 30. Here, once the price closes below here, look, close. Let me show you. Can I play music on the Zoom for you? I can, but I gotta fuck around with it, so you gotta give me a minute. Because for some reason, Zoom can't hear any of my shit. Wait, I'll mess with it in a minute. Let me just do this. Hope you doing good, my brother. You going to FX Summit? No, I didn't get an invite +1. No, I'm not going to the summit. All right, so drive down here, we close below here. Look where the wicks come up to afterwards. In this area. See this? So if we close over here, we're gonna expect a top wick. So at least these areas, right? Before coming down. somewhere here. And if we want to top wick to these areas, right? If we want to top wick to this area, oh, come on. If we want that top wick somewhere in here, that would mean that between the wick of the previous hourly or the 30-minute over here and the top wick of the next hourly, this becomes a range, right? Between here and here. That's just going to be a 5-minute range, right? We're going to wait for that 5-minute range to play out and beat this in your head every day, right? 5-minute range, this is all it was, right? It was just came down here. Like that. There you go, right? And the next candle that closed at this point, once you've established the support here on the 5-minute, as soon as the next bearish candle closes below it, you do this. Right? As soon as you get a closure below it, that's it. You're here off the rip, because now this whole 5-minute range is just this top wick on the higher time frame, bottom wick of the previous. We literally, I draw this every single stream. Every single stream. You guys should be really annoyed of all this. I'm annoyed of drawing it, but we get a lot of new viewers, right? So as long as they're learning. Made a mistake last night, didn't hold stops, closed early for the trade to go in my direction, 40 pips. Any tips? Just keep showing up here, Dollar. Just keep showing up to our stream and you'll get there one day. All right, Damon, I'll just forget about those losses that you took and like they didn't happen. Solomon, how are you? Oh. Sorry, chat. I'm on the side blowing my nose here. All right, so Zoom can't hear the music, so while we're waiting and while we're ranging, give me a sec. Let me walk around with Zoom for a sec. This has to get resolved. All right, Zoom, can you guys? All right, I'm gonna mess around with some sound here for Zoom. Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear the music right now? How about now? How about now? Heard something? Alright, hold on. What does that mean? Yes, a little. You guys hear music or no? Okay. Just get back here. I'm not talking to YouTube. YouTube, you don't have to answer me. I'm talking to the Zoom people. Oh, fuck the DJ. I need to figure out what's. This is ever since I had to get the computer done. Change the cooler, right? Ever since I changed the liquid cooler on the PC, my settings have like gone for a wild ride. Yeah, so it's not. I'm not checking the sound on YouTube, gang. I was just checking if the Zoom can hear it. And apparently, Zoom can't hear shit. What if we use this? You guys really don't hear anything right now on Zoom? I don't know. I'm gonna do this after stream. Don't fix the zoom on my time. I hear you. All right. How about now, YouTube? You hear me fine? Green, let me know if you hear me fine right now. No. Okay. That means you hear me fine. Yes. Yes. Great. Awesome. All right. Fuck the music. I love you guys at the Zoom, but I'll figure it out. I don't know why. It's annoying, right? Because, like, I have this shit up. I have this shit set up, so everything should be working, right? Where's the producer? Where's the producer of the show here? He's never here. Come on back where you belong on YouTube. Nah, Green, they get no delays. They don't give a shit about the music. They got their own shit in the background. They just get no delays. You need to come over to this side. I gotta drop you the link. I'm gonna start dropping you the link. Fuck the music, annoying as a boil on my ass. Mark, you need to go see a doctor, dog. Address that boil, duh. Can you explain the sells you and Don did today? Yeah, it was just we had some closures below range. We had the higher time frames flipping. Just trade. It's like 1, 2 o'clock. Hold on, let me see what that was. Yeah, I think it was like 2:30. No, it was 1:37 my time, something like that. Yeah, right here, 1:30. This was right here. My entry was 2024.95. Right there. It's my entry. So we had a this. We had the candle close below here. Sucks. Right there. There we go. So we had this closure below here on the 5. And we had this candle right here make a top wick. I thought it was going to break this 5, but it didn't. And I didn't take this off the rip. I waited for this top wick to grab liquidity for the previous 5 that never grabbed liquidity here. See, no top wick. But we did close below this area. So once we closed below this area, I waited for this top wick here on the flip. And this was the trade. very, very simple, right? And all the time frames at this point were in our direction. The hourly, the 4 hour, everything was just driving bearish here. Wix, people creating fake profiles of you. Yeah, I'm aware. It's been happening. I mean, it's do your due diligence. If somebody scams you, it ain't on me. You know what I mean? It's 2023, goddammit. Absolutely no reason for anyone to be getting scammed on the internet. Unless you're trying to make 5,000. Then send me 1 Bitcoin and I'll make you 5,000. This is financial advice, right?
How about no?
I like YouTube because I can mute Wix. Yay! Perfect. See, you get a chance to tell me to shut up. Shut up, Wix. And if I don't listen, you just mute me. Awesome. Drop a like and sub to the channel while you're at it. Turn on notifications, share our stream. Tell your ma, your grandma, your uncle, your cousins. Sub to his OnlyFans. Fire. Heater Knicks? Knicks. All the way. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. Can you analyze GJ?
How about no?
Heat? No. No way, Amanda. Poor GJ. Poor you after trading GJ. That's why I know GJ. You know what I'm gonna ask? How come I skipped your question and didn't answer it earlier? That's what you typically ask. That's what you used to ask all the time, Damon. First like 5 streams on here. It's like, how come you never read my question? So now I always feel like that's your question. It's how come you never read my question? Who's your favorite Nick of all time? John Starks. I remember when they used to announce Patrick Ewing like they were selling fucking Coronas on the beach. Remember? And now the starting 5 for your New York Knicks. And then they'd announce everybody's name, and then they'd be like, the man in the middle, Patrick Ewing. I'd be like, yo, the guy at the beach sells Coronas like that. He's always like, ice cold Corona, cold water, pretzels. I was like, yo, that same guy from the beach is announcing Patrick Ewing at the Garden right now. Patrick Ewing. You're like, damn, dog. You really... Yeah. Really came up on that job, huh? I don't know. I don't know what Knicks executive heard the guy at the beach going, ice cold Corona, cold water. And he was like, you know what? He'd be good at announcing our plays. You want a job? Hell yeah. Patrick Ewing. Oh, man. I can never forget that. I was at so many games. Oh, the Knicks. Bro, would the rejection below 2018.5 bother you at all, especially in the 1 hour time frame? Is that better to close below the body of the rejection? 2018.5. What happens? What about it? This rejection? Which rejection? This big ass wick? Size of my Jamaican joint, right? This rejection that led us to building the foundation for this fucking Burj Khalifa drive, this Burj Khalifa candle. This rejection, huh? No, I'm not afraid of it. Once we close below, I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid. As a Mavs fan, honestly, if Mark Cuban could have pushed those Mark's Cuban's sandwiches through, I'd probably be getting one. Did you guys see that commercial? Get it? These are Mark's Cubans. Yeah, it sounded just like M. It's cause I'm white. And the socks, the Tubans. Yeah. Oh man. I'd get a Mark's Cuban right now. I see it's looking like a range 2 breakout on the hourly if we close below 20.27. Any range here? Yeah, no. 2018.5 is it? You anticipate price or react to price? No. We do both. Right? So we react to price doing something, right? But we anticipate how to react. Let me put it this way. So we don't predict what the price is going to do, right? But we have a plan for when it does something that we're looking for. So we have something that we want to see in the market, right? And we're not going to anticipate it. We're going to react. We're going to wait for the market to do it, and then we're going to react to it. What we are going to anticipate is what happens after the market formed the way we want to. Because now, once we're getting what we want, we have a high degree of probability way of predicting what's going to happen after that. So if a market does a certain thing, right? Market has a workflow of things that it does, right? And if it does A, and then it does B, and then if it does C, then 80% of the time it's going to do D and E, and it's going to go in that workflow. Now, and if we've determined what that workflow is. So once it gets to A, and then it does B, we're going to start already. We're going to react by anticipating what happens next. But we're not going to anticipate the initial move of what the market's going to do. We're going to wait for it to tell us, and then we're going to react to that and anticipate how we're going to act during that move. So we know what we're going to do after the market already prints. We're going to have an anticipation of our entry and what to lock into. But we're not going to anticipate the market getting to where we want to get, right? The market's going to do it. We're going to react, and we're going to anticipate it continuing doing what's expected. Because once the market closes below a certain way at a certain time, there's a certain expectation. There's only a few certain things that can happen. Now, if they start forming in the way that we're predicting or the way that we're expecting, then it's like a process of elimination. It kind of starts narrowing down what can happen and what's the probability of these things happening. What's the likely thing to happen? Yeah, the anticipation kicks in once you've reacted to the market doing something, right? It's done what you needed to. You've reacted it, and now you're anticipating the next move, basically. But you're able to predict it with a high degree of probability. Once the market initially did what you're looking for. But if it doesn't initially start off with what you're looking for, there's no anticipation. There's just waiting to react. Bro speaks for Microsoft tech support. I could. I'm a good orator. They don't pay me enough. They wouldn't pay me enough. Hey, 200 likes. Perfect. I think the market could start moving now. Got 12 minutes till this 4-hour close, right? The last 15 of the 4-hour. And the last 15 of the 4-hour has a tendency to pull back and leave a bottom wick. So. Use fixed lot sizes? Yes, fixed. Favorite restaurants in Miami with? You wouldn't believe it. I'm not like a huge right there. I don't. First of all, I don't think the best restaurants are in Miami. Like there's a lot of good places. Right? You don't really have to be in Miami, but in South Florida, like the best places are really like the local spots. Right? It's not like I don't think like it's gonna be your Prime 112 or Sea Spice or any of that. I think it's your local, the neighborhood spots that have been around for like 20, 30 years. Like go to Dania Beach and go to Tarks. Like right, like spots like that are a little bit off the beaten path, but like have been around for 20, 30 years. Like simple shit like that. That's what I like. Mom and pop shops? Not necessarily. Yeah, family owned, I guess. Yeah, mom and pop shop. But it's once you're 20, 30 years in. What about Applebee's Wicks? That's top notch. So last time I was in Applebee's was because we got off some exit. Again, fucking God knows what bumblefuck. I don't know. And everything, like McDonald's was closed. How the fuck McDonald's closed? The fucking CVS at 24 hours, 24-hour pharmacy closed. The only thing was open was a fucking Applebee's. And you know what? It was delicious. I had like 3 plates of boneless wings. That's what I had over there. Hitting up them Jamaican oxtail joints, hell yeah. I got this Haitian spot not too far from me, and I be going to Golden Crust all the time because they're not too far and they got some bomb ass oxtail. They got some really good curry goat. You ever had curry goat? Fucking delicious. And I get some jerk chicken too. Yo, there's a spot in Boca called it's called Rocksteady. So look up Rocksteady. in Boca. Yo, banging food. Some Jamaica family just making banging food. I go there, yo, they make the best jerk chicken. Yeah, in Boca. I'll tell you where in Boca. Actually, just look it up. Rocksteady, Boca. That place is delicious. Why you choose the sessions trade? I didn't. It chose me. We had Don doing the New York session. I'm on that stream already. I already had a trade today. Like, right? I don't have to trade anymore for the day, but I'm good. But it's for the sake of streaming, for the sake of value. If I'm already streaming and we do get a trade, we'll trade. But the whole point is, I didn't choose this session to trade. I streamed this session to provide some value. Right? I enjoy the educating part of it. I enjoy the streaming part of it. I enjoy the chance that we get here to, kick it, bullshit, discuss, the charts, bounce ideas off each other, and, have some fun conversation, have some intelligent conversation, troll each other a bit, right? I enjoy this. I enjoy doing this actual activity. But I don't do this to trade in the evening. I don't stream here right now to trade in the evening. No, I already have my trades in. I am a lot of times we do get trades here, right? We get high quality trades here. That's just the side effect of being on this stream, but it's not what we're looking for, right? What we're looking for is just to get value, to get better and learn, because I promise you, what I'm discussing here is not being discussed anywhere else unless it's paid for. And it's not being discussed in this way. Definitely not being taught, discussed, whatever, in the same way. But if I were going to trade a session, it'd just be the New York session, right? The idea here is not to trade. The idea here is for you guys to get value this way when you're on your own. Like, imagine you had a one-on-one and you didn't sit here on a stream. You dipped, went to some like bar or some hotel lobby, sat there with a one-on-one with me, right? Same idea, except here you're also in the market, and we get to see examples, live examples. We get to see positions live. You get to see them managed, risk management, all that fun stuff. But that's really it. It's not, the goal here is not to get a trade today in this session. We do get trades. We get 2 to 3 trades a week, but the goal here is not to really, go crazy in the session. The goal really is to provide value, and value will speak for itself and provide me with an audience, right? Yeah, for sure. Life has a funny way of always evening out, GBP, so, right? Of course. Paying it forward works. Quick's going back to your employed days. Would you rather be stoned at your office party or too stoned at your significant other's family gathering? I don't even I don't even know what that means. I don't even know why that's even a choice. That's weird. Like, and what does it have to do with my employed days? Damn. Remember back in the day when you had a job? Would you rather smoke at the job or get stoned with your relatives? You're like, what? That's out of nowhere. But yeah, I'm streaming this session. Back to that question. The reason I got Asian sessions is because Don's already streaming New York. I'm not going to stream New York with the same audience that we both have. Right? We basically split the same audience. And I'm not going to stream London because I do this weird fucking thing. It's called thinking. Right? And when I think to myself that I want to have a productive day tomorrow, I realize I can't be up at London all night and then still be normal with my family, my 3 daughters, and still have a high quality decision making process going on in my head while trading. Right? Anyone? Oh, Charlotte, waiting room. Charlotte, if anyone's in the waiting room on Zoom, just type in caps on the YouTube so I can notice. Wix, you telling me if the opportunity to get in on this trade arise, you wouldn't take it? Yeah, right. No, what do you mean? You're misinterpreting what I said. I said we aren't here to trade, but we get our setups. We're not gonna say no. We get our high quality positions. We're gonna trade them. Look, we have, we have 37 positions so far this year. 37, right? 26 winners. It's all on this stream, not because I was like, nah, we're not gonna take it. we're gonna get positions. There's gonna be positions during this stream. I mean, it's given that you're gonna have less opportunities than you are in New York and London just due to less volatility for this session, right? But you're still going to have positions. Your goal shouldn't be to get a position. Your goal should be to get better. Because this way, when you get better, you don't need me. You don't need to ask about what position we had at 2 p.m. today. You could have been on it. There were plenty of people that were on it on the Discord. How do you perceive loser trades? What do you mean? Smart man, you the priority always. Absolute, Tanisha. Pay yourself first. Whether it's with health, money, feeling good, vacay, pay yourself first. No GJ today?
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
You shouldn't be coming to every session just like, oh, there's going to be a trade right now. There's going to be a trade today. You should be coming every session and going, how can I utilize my knowledge in order to understand what's going on right now? How can I use my knowledge to my advantage and execute where the market is weak? Right? When you go to the casino, you look for weak. It's your job as a gambler to go in the casino and look for weaknesses in a casino. It's your job, right? To outsmart. So you look for weak dealers. You look for weak hands. You look for high roller tables, just fire tables. Just you look for certain things in a casino that you could take advantage of, right? You look for dealers that aren't good with mixing their cards or whatever they're doing, right? That you look for dealers that speak your language. If you speak something outside of English, right? You look for a dealer that can speak your language outside. So like there's nuances about going to a casino where you can use to your advantage to kind of better the odds, right? So the same thing is here. Whatever you can use to your advantage to better your odds of winning. I explained it earlier, Akba, why we took the trade. Can you do analysis on the S&P 500? No, the market's closed. And we don't trade that. No, Caltrick, sorry, bro. I don't trade. I've never in my life looked at S&P 500. It would be disingenuous and misleading of me to just turn on S&P 500 and start talking about it. I know nothing about it. I don't trade it. Yeah, you need to find your own niche in the market, where the market is weak, where you have the upper hand, and that's what puts the probability in your favor. Once you determine when the probability is in your favor, you take that over and over and over and over and over and over because it's in your favor. It's not even a question. Yeah, you're sometimes losing is going to happen, right? That's part of the game. It's even part of your strategy. The losses are part of your strategy. You're not planning on the loss. You're accounting for the loss within your strategy. Yoix, can you confirm there's soon a buy on UJ? No. Fine, chat.
How about no?
Feel better now? Chat's like, really? You're just going to let him off with a no? No, Red Rex, we just don't trade that, so it wouldn't be disingenuous to me. I've traded UJ, it's irrelevant here. We're not gonna trade. Yeah, sweetie, what's up? Can I help you? Chad, give me 1 second. She wants chips. You want chips? What kind of chips, you know? What? She said my favorite. I said what kind of chips? She said my favorite. Every chip's your favorite. All right, let's go. Give me 1 minute, chat. BRB. What are they? What's the cool saying now? What do the cool kids do nowadays? AFK? AFK? Hold on, chat. What'd I miss? Apparently nothing. AFK, those kids are 30 now. Looking for the next best strategy on YouTube. It's not how this thing works. There's no best strategy. There's nothing here that's better than something else. Just different perspectives, different ways to execute. One day you can have a better execution, next day I can have a better execution. He smoked, kid got no chips. No, I gave the kid chips. Chip. Gave the kid a chip and then I put the bag away and now I know where it is. So when I smoke and I got the munchies, I'm gonna eat the chips. Mr. Miami, what they do? What they do? Right now they're doing the Knicks dirty, up by 8. That's what Miami's doing. Kind of pissed. We lose today. I think that's the end of New York's season. I don't think we can win 3 straight versus Jimmy Buckets. They're gonna find your stash, eat it all. They already did. Yo, I had some Lindt chocolate. You guys know Lindt? I had a huge bag of Lindt chocolate. Yo, I wake up this morning and they're like, we want to go outside, play by the pool. And I go to the drawer where all their pool stuff is. And I open the drawer, and when I tell you there's like 30 candy wrappers in there, I was like, this can't all be from today. There wasn't even that much candy in like this bag. Yo, there was candies in there from like 2009. I swear they've been they just be hiding candy from me. They be eating it on the low, and I walk around for the last few years wondering where the fuck is all this candy going. I thought my girl on the low would like eat it, throw it out so she doesn't know. But these kids, man. Yo, this morning she asked me for some Lindt chocolate. I was like, we don't have any. And she goes, no. I know where you hide it. I'll go show you. And she went there. She grabbed the bag, brought it back out. She said, right here. Did you forget where you hid it? I was like, yeah, you know, I must have forgot where I hid it. She's like, well, it's right there, dummy. I was like, yo, only me and you know about this, right? She's like, yeah, me, you, Kai, Sammy. I was like, what? Hold on, you telling me your sisters know about this? Yo, I was out here just walking around talking to my girl, be like, yeah, I found a new hiding spot in the house. Yous ain't never getting it. Next thing I know, the kids are like, yo, did you forget where you hid it? No, I don't forget. I was just trying to tell her that we don't have any, and she was like, no, we do. You hid some over there. Did you forget? It's crazy. Gonna slip for the candy for all that. Yo. These little devils. And the 3-year-old, she's like a little demon baby. She's really cute on stream and shit. But I walk out there, and the fridge be in the backyard, and the bed be in the laundry room. Be like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm building a house. They're crazy. The 3 and the 5-year-old, they'll stack chairs on top of a table to get onto like a drawer. One of them will be holding the chair. The other one will be like dragging, like coming up on the wall and shit. I'm like, yo. Literally caught him doing this. I've caught him placing a chair, like the one that has a back, right? A chair on top of a table, and then a stool on top of the chair that's on top of the table. And you see the 5-year-old pinning the table against the wall with her leg and pressing the chair with her hands. And the 3-year-old, she's so smart, thinking, oh, nothing can happen here. She's over there climbing onto a third. Called my girl. I was like, look what your kids are doing. She's like, no, they're your kids. Okay, I take L and I go to sleep. We go to new all-time high by Wix. What L did you take? Stop taking L's. Next time she won't ask. No, we switched the location. Everything. Now I know about these things. Everything. It's over for them. They fucked up. They let me know. Not the demon baby, yeah. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, eating up all the goddamn food. Yo, that shit's a classic. And he be smacking his lips every time he said it. Can't melt no chocolate in my house. I have the neighborhood kids over. My neighbors, like down the block, like all their kids, because the parents are strict on candy. If they know they come over here, they get candy. They could smell the chocolate as I'm pulling up from a Publix or something. I'm pulling up home, and they be like, "Is that Hershey's? They make it s'mores. Wix make it s'mores." And the whole neighborhood knows. It's crazy. All good though. The neighborhood kids love me. Be like, I knew I smelled the burning marshmallow. Some more kush. I need some more kush. Nah. Nah, you want to put kids to... Nah, I'm not even going to go there. They're like, nah, tell us, Wix. Go there. Oh, shit. Dola Asbang... yo. Can we not have none of this satellite shit going on? Even at the United Nations, they've agreed on English, and everyone just comes in there speaking English, right? Even the fucking United Nations have agreed on a language. Can we fucking agree on one here? Let's pick a language and stick to it. Awesome stream. We'll watch just for conversation. Oh, you should watch for when we get some nice position. Indonesian language. That's not a language, that's a lifestyle. If I get a trade, that's a bonus. Yes. Good way of looking at it. Wix Brazil. What's up, Brazil? How many languages can you speak? 1, 2, 3. Carry the 7. Divided by 3, 4. Actually, no, I'm lying, yo, chat. My phone got Google on it. I speak every fucking language. You want to talk to me in any language? I can reply to you within 30 seconds in any language. Can you speak Russian or Ukrainian at all? Yes, I can. I am fluent, as they say. I don't speak whatever Kenny just wrote. Do I buy now? Yes, you buy access to Wix's table now. While it's available. Actually, no, forget the flex room, Paul. Go for the flex room. Join Don in the flex room. Won't let you, you're on your phone. Well, pull over. Just go to somebody's house, knock on a door. My favorite color is green and blue. You remember Pig Latin? Was that the ixnay on a a How many times you go to a gym in a week? Depending on the week. Like 2 weeks ago, I went 0. I felt like shit. But this week that just passed, I went 5. Finally, I can trade in Russia. Ha 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 ha. Why couldn't you trade in Russia before? I'm sure they got MT5 in Russia. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure the person that created MT5 and the team behind MT5 is Russian. Right? Yeah. Yeah, Von Nebula. Thank you for the compliment. I like my dreads too. We're gonna stick to English today, as we typically do. Wait, what do I get in the flex room? You get to flex. What do you mean? Is that not what you want? All Russians should be banned. Sorry, until they retreat from Ukraine. I lean towards your opinion. All right, flex on the brokies, Paul. What's the deal? First it was I'm on a cell phone, then it's like, oh, I can't do this flex room. Next thing you know, Paul changes his name. What happened to Paul? I don't know. Bruh, it's not letting me. Look. I'm just gonna give you my Zelle. Fuck YouTube. I don't want to split them profits. Just send it directly to me. We mean it's not letting you. Chat. Paul's lying right now, right? It's not. How you live down the block from me and it's not letting you? How many children do I have? 630 at the moment. Masaraja. All capping, I know. Stream gets in line as soon as Paul starts typing threats. Incredible. You want what now? Give me a sec, chat. She wants an apple now. How you go from chips to an apple? What's next? Ice cream and pickles? Ooh. Don't ever do that. Love you. Awesome. These kids. You trade BTC, ETH, or crypto? Or it's too risky? Neither. I just don't trade it. I want to see Miami win. Like, no, I want to see New York win. That's it. But if New York doesn't win, I'm rooting for the Suns. CP3 deserves it. Stefan from Europe. What up? It's late over there. Damn, you guys are loyal. All right, we're getting that ride up here. See how it's a clean drive up here? That's what we said earlier in the breakdown. We had a clean ride down here. Even though we had all these ranges here. All of this, right? All of this nastiness, right? We can't trade in this range here because of all of that. Unless, the same way we get this move, we're going to mirror that and clear out this range. And once this clears out and we have higher time frame bullish closures, wow, look at this 30. So now if this 30 closes above 2024.04 here, right where it's at, right, where it's holding in this manner. You see this closure right here? You see how it closed right above this area? So we get that closure above this area. It's going to do the same thing and ride up here and fill this range. Now, we might get that on the higher time frame closure here in 3 minutes on the 30. That doesn't mean we can jump in there. We will have to look for a pullback on the next 30. So a bottom wick on the next 30. Or the 5-minute range, which is not but and the 5-minute range. So that flip on the 30, that bottom wick on the 30 and the flip, this is what should happen here. on the 5-minute. We should get a 5-minute range printed, right? And as we start closing back above resistance, that gets made here. We'll look for positions to come up because now we have a resistance. Now we're going to reject off of support, right? Right, like this. And once you get this closure right here, right, once you get that closure above these resistances, you are clean to come up, and our trade is going to be this candle and this candle alone to retest the top of this range. And on the higher time frame, all this will be is just the bottom wick and a gap between the wick and the body. There you go. Wicks, you're drawing range 1 or range 2? It's irrelevant here. Because we're ranging overall, and in order for us to take a trade here in the range overall, we're going to need a range 2 basically either way. But right now, the way I see the market, right, is on the higher time frame. This is our range 1. Range 1, range 2. Anything below here is good for sells. Anything back into here is good for buys because that's a fake out, and anything above here is good for buys because that's our buys with the daily bias. And the higher time frame closing bullish at that point. Yeah, we don't really need to trade crypto when we have this record, and one of the big reasons we have this record is because we're so locked in on gold, and we don't pay any mind to anything else, right? Whatever lessons GJ is teaching you today, it's irrelevant to me. I don't give a shit for the GJ lesson for the S&P 500. I could care less for whatever lesson is being taught on US 30. I'm fine with failing those lessons as long as I get 100 on here, as long as I get a perfect score on gold. Right? Because this isn't like school where you need to do good in every subject. No, you just need to master one and you're great. Because when you spread yourself thin and when you don't leverage your time in the right way and try to do other things, right? When that time doing other things can be spent mastering that single one. Like I said earlier today, from experience, you typically get nothing done. You'll try to learn everything and will learn nothing. Where if you try to learn one thing and, like I said, really leverage your time that you have to put your all into that one thing, whether it's ranging, whether it's moving, whether it's not your time to trade, but it's only that one thing, and you know how it works at every point, when it's ranging, when it's not ranging, when it's moving, when it's news. When you know how it works at every point, you've mastered it, you're that much closer to really moving on, right? And moving up in the industry than you are if you were just spreading yourself all over the place and do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. You really never master anything, and you set yourself back that much further from mastering it. For every minute spent doing GJ is every minute wasted not doing gold. That's the way I look at it. And the reason it's gold and not any other pair is just I find this to be the most technical pair. We don't trade crypto because too many parabolic moves and not enough historical price data for you to actually be able to predict those moves with a high degree of probability. We can, right, when there's previous market data, but when you're reaching all-time highs, like what are you trading off? Everything is arbitrary, right? There's no relevant levels. Everything is arbitrary because it's never happened before. Paul, yo, wait till you get on the desktop and join on the desktop. I don't think you can do it off your phone. What do you make of the daily candle closing below 2020.73? Let's go to daily. What? The daily closed at 2021.318. The daily candle did not close below. Daily candle closed above the range. Above the support. Broker use trade gold in the US. There's quite a few, and I'm not gonna put my name behind a single one anymore until there's money on the table. I put my name behind one, and right now I'm I'm a fucking waterfront crib down. I want my waterfront crib back, TD. You prefer trade patterns or mostly look at volume and just swinging between solid levels and rely on your trusted indicators? Do you fundamental analysis or mostly rely on tech? So, Von Nebula, there's no indicators except these candles and the EYES indicator, and that's it. We are aware of what's going on fundamentally, but we also realize that irrelevant of what happens in the world fundamentally, it has to be printed right here. It's going to get printed. Whatever happens in the world, since we don't predict price, right? We react to price. We react to the candles. We're going to see it fucking print. I don't give a shit what news it is. I don't give a shit how, whatever it is, whatever, you want to be the big fundamental, great. Awesome. I will see it printed on the charts. We don't trade with patterns. We look for indications of volume. Absolutely, that's part of the equation. We don't swing. We look for ranges to get filled. We look for closures outside the ranges. We don't use indicators, and our fundamental analysis is mostly relying on fundamentals to play out and then react to them. Fundamentals goated. You do technical analysis, you can leave the fundamentals at the door. Are they good for you? Yeah, it's good to be aware of what's going on fundamentally. Is it going to make you profitable? No. Your execution is going to make you profitable, and execution is based off what you see printed here. Oh, damn, Paul. Hold on. So you subscribe. Go to the... I see that. Go to the actual channel. No, you can't do it because... go to the bottom. Scroll to the bottom. Yeah, open it on the browser. Don't open it in the YouTube app. Just subscribe to you. Beautiful. Nice. New people coming in. Drop a like. Sub to the channel, gang. May 8th. We hear... UX. What, May 8th? What about May 8th? Same Wix, 8 months in waiting? What? Oh, yeah. Did you get paid from that one? Fair enough. My MT4 has nothing to do with your MT5. MT4 has to do with the broker you're using. They're just on different rollover time. Just go to the 1 hour, and if you're using the 4 hour, use the trading view. You guys have no idea like what's going on here. What up, ladies? How are you? I'm trying to click buttons on my mouse, and they're just like, "Hey, take your finger out of your mouth." Candy? What candy? It's 9:30. You already had candy. You had chips. I'll make a deal with you. No? No deal? Yeah, you didn't even hear what I was gonna say. How are you gonna tell me no deal? I guess it's a no deal. All right, I'll find something. Give me 20 minutes. I'll find something. Go. Don't tell mom. Go. I'll see you in a bit. Give me a kiss. Go. What are they names? Liliana, Kaya, and Sammy. Got a sub from me. Yes, new sub as well. Chat, on our way to 100K. No trades today. Our last trade was at 2 p.m. today, 1:30. One piece of advice you would give a father of a daughter? I don't know how you are in your real life, but like I'm pretty like in people's faces and aggressive in real life, like when I talk, right? I mean like not aggressive like argue aggressive, but like I don't know. I'm just, I talk loud, I say what I mean. I'm very sarcastic, and you have to realize that these are girls and it's not a boy you're talking to. So I think the biggest lesson is to realize that you are raising a girl, which means they're softer, they're more soft-spoken, they hurt easier, and they tend to remember. They tend to remember the pain, right? So if you overreact, or let's say you're busy and you react without realizing how you reacted because your head's somewhere else, it'll linger, right? It'll linger. Like you can do something that you will never even remember, but 20 years down the line they'll remember because it was just like that heartbreaking for them. Because you have to realize you are everything until 4 or 5 years old, until there's like questions asked and they start thinking about life. You are everything. What you say is God's word, basically, right? It's everything, and you have to realize that, because they're always listening and they have great memory. I don't know what's worse, you or the government, honestly. You got some good memory, you know that? Give me a kiss. Go. No candy till I'm done. We just spoke about this, all right? You want half of it? You want to split it? I'll let you split it if you want to split it with your sister. Chat, they win. Give me a sec. Well, Nebula, it's not even just like they'll remember the one bad thing you do. It's just because they're so delicate as girls, like the simplest stuff that would never hurt anyone else, or maybe a boy would hurt them, right? And they'll remember it. All right, I'm going. Give me a second, chat. Actually, they want candy. I'm gonna give them something. I gotcha. Who's dancing in the stilettos, huh? Whose neighbors are fucking banging on their fucking ceiling right now, yelling, quiet down up there while you're dancing to Wix's stream? Who has that going on? New York session could never, right? Who's got the neighbors banging on their ceiling or door right now, like, quiet down over there? Shut up, bitch, Wix is on. Nah, don't say that. Don't say that. Hey, Mom, my neighbor bopping with me all day. Hey, straight cheese, my neighbors too. I mean, chat. We're in a range. We in a range. All right, don't forget, I get a lot of people DMing me the last few days, and for the last week actually. Oh, it's today private, it's today public. Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live here on YouTube. We are public. It's a free public stream on YouTube, open for everybody. So if you want to get your consistency up, get some value, you know, throw your 2 cents into the game, come troll us for a bit, you know, or really, you know, have some valuable, you know, intelligent conversation, some intellectually honest conversations. It's the place. So be there 8 p.m. Eastern every weekday except Friday, because Friday is a Asian Saturday morning already. So that's why there's no Asian streams. The only stream that's private is the Sundays Unfiltered, and that's only on Sundays at 8 p.m. Every other day, it's a free stream on YouTube. You ever gonna trade Dow? Probably not. How do we get in on Sunday? You gotta join Wix's table. For some reason, Paul couldn't join. I think he's on mobile. It's weird. Some mobile devices let you, some mobile don't. I don't get it. I don't know how that's determined. If you're on mobile and you don't see the join button, go to your desktop. It's Tuesday morning for you now. Yeah, Monday evening, Tuesday morning. That's why Friday evening would be Saturday morning. Yeah, we will not trade it. Enjoying the music? Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I enjoy the music too. Wow! I feel good. Now wake up. Only desktop works for me to join. Yeah, but once you join on the desktop, it's available for you through the app. All you gotta, it's just you gotta join through the desktop. FOREX STREAMS. I'm just gonna start answering this really plainly because it gets so complicated. Do you do this full time? Is it your main source of income? Like, I wish on nobody to ever do this full time. I wish on all of you to do this a couple of hours a day and have this be the source of freedom for you. So the thing that lets you do everything else you wanted in life, right? So this is that for me. This lets me do everything else I wanted in life. I make funds in other places, right? But this is the main attraction. You don't understand? It's 4 a.m. Berlin time. I'm dying. I can understand that. Yeah, 4 a.m. Berlin time. You're in Germany. Why are you up at 4 a.m.? Du bist ein Arschloch. Only Arschloch are up at 4 a.m. Go to sleep. division? Let me see. What are these? These are fractions. You have a protractor? You measured the angles?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, whatever circle, I'll look over it once I'm done streaming, and if it's all correct, good. If it's not, we'll change it tomorrow for school. Okay? Just put it right here. Put it on the side, and I'll check it home. Love you. Love you more. Are you German? No, I spent the summer in Germany. I have a cousin in Germany. He taught me all the good words. How long you been trading? 4.5 years. When did you become profitable? Well, I got consistent maybe roughly 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, but I became profitable maybe like 3.5, 2 years ago. I say it all the time, just because you're consistent doesn't mean you're profitable. You still got to make back everything you've lost while learning. And once you do that, then you're in the green, then you're profitable. Until then, you're just consistent in making your money back. Von Nebula, I think it's really an individualistic activity. Every decision you made on what works for you is based on you. I can't give you an opinion on what's right for you without ever having walked in your shoes, right? The old saying is true here. Don't ever judge somebody or pass an opinion to somebody unless you walked a mile in their shoes, right? And at that point, you got their shoes, you're a mile away, you could talk all the shit you want. So how did you meet Don? We shared a cell together. Can you explain your New York position today? I missed the signal, but I didn't think Don would have sold there. Why not? We talk about it all the time. I discussed it earlier. It's right here. New York position. This sells below here. You got a closure. Right there. You had the next candle come up here and make the wick for the previous candle, or retest the high, and as that flipped, I had a sell right there, and took it down to here. Well, I took it down to here. But, oh well. Sell bunkies, yeah. We were on the same cell block. Why are we waiting for it to close above or below the line? Because a closure above or below the line will be an indication of volume. And if you want to trade with no volume, be my guest and do all this. I'd rather see volume and trade this. You want to trade up and down, not left to right. You know what I mean? There's a difference between trading like this and trading like this. Any advice for starting out 6 months in right now? Preserve capital. You're not there yet. You're not good. You're not great. You're not middle of the road. You're not average. You're not break even. Your only goal right now is to preserve capital while you're learning. Make this education as cheap as possible, right? It's like if you get accepted to NYU or whatever it is, Harvard, whatever, you're paying like 80 racks a year, right? 70 racks a year for the university, unless you get a scholarship, right? So get yourself a scholarship. Like, your own scholarship. Basically, spend as less money as possible learning. Take the smallest positions possible. I don't care if you're a millionaire and with a fucking, $900,000 account. The point is to still have money left over for when you're good enough to trade, so you can make money. Because if you spend all your money learning, how are you gonna make money after when you do get this down, right? When you do know what you're doing. So preserve capital. How do you get comfortable with big drawdown? What's a big drawdown? I'm never in a big drawdown. I might be big drawdown pips wise, but that drawdown pips wise won't destroy my account, won't make it, won't break it. How do you know the directions then? When the higher time frames and the lower time frames all coincide and start telling you the same story. Just in different languages, different ways, different chapters maybe, but telling you the same story. Wix just called me out personally. Why? What'd I say? What do you think? Is it worth to buy an account FTMO? Is it better to get a live account immediately and not an FTMO? If you're asking me that, I'd say open up your own live account, minimal funds or maximum funds, minimal risk, the lowest possible. I would trade, whether I had 100,000, 1,000 or $100 account, I would trade the same way. I would trade 0.01 lots until I got this down. And you know what? Over the course of 2 years, it probably would have saved me like 6 figures worth of money if I did that. But I didn't. So I can only, I can only hope you learn off my mistakes. As they say, dumb people don't learn from their mistakes. Smart people do learn from their mistakes, and geniuses learn from other people's mistakes, right? So be a genius. Learn from somebody else's mistakes. And this is one of the few times you can learn from someone else's mistakes in Forex, because when it comes to actual trading and charting and realizing what's going on, it's great. You can see somebody make a mistake and try not to repeat it, but you aren't going to realize that something's a mistake until you're putting it into action and experiencing it for yourself. You ever been in a car, in like a cab, and like you get in and like you don't know where the fuck you going, right? And you get there and then you got to go back. But if you were the one that drove, you would probably remember more or less on how to get back or how to get there the next time you were driving, right? Because you went through the experience. So the mind has interpreted and optimized the information for interpretation in your brain to such a level that you can now do it on your own. But if you weren't the one driving, but you were there for the experience, right? You're not going to pick up on the nuances of getting to the destination. And that's how it works here. Feels like gold doesn't move at these hours. Well, it's moved 37 times previously this year. Do you stack positions? Yes, once in a while I do, depending if it makes sense. Today I stacked the position. Why do you trade Asian, not London? Because I sleep in London, sleep during London session. 600 viewers in Asian is crazy. It's slow for us. We were averaging, for the last 2 weeks, we've been averaging between 8 and 900. So this is a little slow. Monday, huh? Where is everybody? No, most people, a lot of people probably realize, hey, we see range. We just don't want to sit there. But yeah, 800 to 9 has been the average for the last few weeks. Hey, don't worry, everybody. Everything's cool. Nico's here. We can all calm down. Hey, Nico. I decide when stacking positions. Maybe the market pulls back and then you get a fake out. Let's say you get a closure outside the range and the market pulls back, get a fake out back into that range. You can stack positions there. You can open multiple positions when you see a really high probability setup. When everything you needed to work out has worked out already, and now it's the only thing that needs to work out is the TP. You know what's so funny, chat? I'm gonna put him on the spot. It's 10 o'clock here and our stream's coming to an end. So this morning, right before we had a trade on stream, like Don and I, we were texting each other, right? And he texts me, doesn't it feel good knowing we're gonna 100% win today once we close, once the candle closes? Perfect everything, great breakdown, great liquidity. And I wrote back to him, can't tell that to chat. Well, I'm telling you guys now because like we see the market moving, right? And like it's just high probability setups, right? With everything falling in line. And he was like, yo, it's crazy how you and I know there's going to be 100% winning trade, but you can't really tell that to Chad because nothing's 100%. It's just, right? Like, how do you explain that you pretty much know where it's going to go? It's a very minor chance it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Convo more like a no-show. He's there every morning, 6:30 for you guys, so that's tough. He's still gonna trade. Okay, so the market is juicing up. I'm gonna be here. You know what? It's 10:02. I'll be here. We closed bearish at resistance here on the 30. The hourly rejected this resistance here, but it's got a top wick to fill. I wouldn't care for this wick that it's filling right now. I really want the at this point a closure above 2025. You get these closures above 2025, I will start looking for positions. And because the market seems to have volume, and I know it kind of ranged through here, but it's moving, right? And because of that, I think it has a lot of potential here on the higher time frame. I think I'm going to stay maybe the next 10-15 minutes. We might not get nothing here, but I'll be looking for pre-London positions. I'll probably look back at the charts at around midnight, and then maybe like 12:30, and then maybe 1. But if I don't get nothing for pre-London, I'll just go to sleep. So the heat one, that's some bullshit. What are you waiting for now, Wicks? For Wicks 10, 11, and 12 to come grab me. When I draw support resistance level that has historical data going back about 2 months worth, what today or tomorrow would invalidate that? I don't think your positions are invalidated, but there's just... So the market's constantly printing info, right? You're constantly getting data. Every candle closure, more data. And I think with every candle closure, you're going to get more relevant data, right? More relevant to what you're doing, right? So there's stuff that's, you can't disregard a level, but you can give it less meaning, put less of an accent on it, because there have been other levels formed since then. So you have to take the more relevant levels and give them more value, more consideration. The same way you would give a higher time frame candle more value. Thanks for announcing the knowledge. Send to bed. Hey, sweet dreams. Have a good night. Is tomorrow's news important? What do we have tomorrow? No. Biggest advice for us when a trade as good as you with analysis and so on? No, you can be better than me. Shit. I might be stuck in my own ways while you find something, you know, that you can build upon in my strategy and get even better. You said no strat is better than another. Yeah, everything is perspective. Good night and good luck. Well, yeah, it's looking like a session here. So if I was gonna leave you with a piece of advice, it would be don't stop. I know this shit is difficult, frustrating. Seems like the best, fucking greatest, most amazing, most fucking terrifying, tear you down, most annoying, frightening, in love with it type of shit, right? It'll build you up just to tear you down, take you to your lows, and then build you up again, think you're getting out of it just to fucking take you even lower, right? And I'd say, in the face of all that, keep going. We spoke about it the other day, right? No matter how shitty the storm seems, nothing lasts forever. No storm lasts forever, right? Your goal is to be ready for when that storm's over, to really fucking pedal to the metal, you know, really floor it and just squeeze everything you can out of this opportunity. But if you ain't ready for when it comes, you ain't gonna do shit, right? You're gonna be stuck where you're at. So just keep going. Keep going, stick to what you're doing. Eventually the storm ends, and at the other end of that storm is that opportunity. And when the opportunity comes, you'll be ready because you went through the storm. You don't go through the storm, you ain't gonna be ready for that opportunity to take you up. And that storm will eventually end. We said it before, right? This shit's not supposed to be like a walk in the park. Like all the best things in life, they're supposed to stretch you. They're supposed to really push you to your limits, and only on the other end of that is the greatest satisfaction. Let the shit stretch you, weather the storm, and be ready for when the storm's over to really, you know, really push yourself forward. Seen a lot of names come and go. Facts. I've seen a lot of names come and go. There's no one that's going to determine, oh, this is for you, this isn't for you. There's a lot of talk about that on social media. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be, you're not ready for this. But honestly, who the fuck are they? Who the fuck are they? You do you, right? You do you, boo. And at the end of the day, you know you did you to the best of your ability. But keep going. How do you know you're getting better? Your account starts growing. Alright, gang, I'm gonna call it a stream here. Another rangy session, but it's alright. We'll be right back tomorrow. Make sure you're there tomorrow morning for Don's stream. The one, the only. Mr. Don Vo with the new thumbnail probably tonight. Make sure you're there 6:30 a.m. Eastern on his channel. Green, drop a link if you can for Don's channel. There you go. And drop a like here to this stream if you enjoyed today's stream. If you're new here, sub to the channel, turn on notifications. Also, if you're new, hey Siri, remind me Wix 9 is streaming every Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Boom, you guys are all set. And as for us, I will see you guys tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, same time, same place, right? Same shit, different toilet seat. And hopefully we'll be driving for tomorrow's session. That's like, is he really tipping off right now? My Siri actually popped up. Awesome. Now your Siri can remind you. Alright, gang. That's it for us. I will see you tomorrow. Mods, Jay Good, Green, Kieran, everyone at the clubhouse, Wix's table, the flex room. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone in the Zoom. Yes, thank you so much. Just a doubtful dude. Don't be doubtful. Believe in yourself. Believe. They ain't believing us. God did. We can all have a bigger pool than Kanye one day. Alright. Trolls, you too. Love you as well. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Thank you so much for coming through tonight. And you know what? Just like that, I think we are done. I will see you guys tomorrow. But I can't leave you without the song, so let's do this.